05S attention. Hey, can you imagine a royal brand worth billions being sold off like it's nothing, and the crown's own heirs are the ones cashing in? 510S authority. I'm Alex Rivera, and I've spent over a decade covering the UK monarchy for some pretty big-name outlets. We're talking award-winning stuff. 1015S agenda. In this video, we're gonna dive into three big issues. How the Sussexes might have hurt the royal family's rep, how private deals are making money off the royal name, and why old-school rules are being tossed out the window. 1530S disclaimer. Before we get started, just a heads up. We're using public records, court filings, and solid journalism to back up what we're saying. If there's a dispute, we'll let you know. This is a doc, not a legal briefing. 3045S first source The Guardian. Tom Bauer, the guy behind some pretty intense royal biographies, says Harry and Meghan broke a 2019 agreement that stopped them from using the royal brand for commercial stuff. Source: The Guardian, 2023. This allegation gets to the heart of a centuries-old institution. For a family that's all about keeping up appearances, a breach like this is more than just a slip-up, it's a threat to how people see the crown. From the palace's perspective, the royal prefix isn't just a logo you can use anywhere. It's a protected symbol, governed by the 1992 Patronage and Use of the Royal Arms Guidelines. When the Sussexes launched a line of baby clothes with Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan on the tags, the palace's legal team got pretty upset. The BBC covered the backlash, saying the merchandise breaches protocol by making money off titles that are supposed to be non-profit. Source: BBC 2024. That episode sparked a big media fuss, but it was just the beginning. A Reuters report later revealed another legal issue. The couple allegedly used the late Queen's nickname without permission, which could be a trademark problem. Source: Reuters 2024. So why does it matter if the nickname is personal? Well, the British monarchy treats even personal references as intellectual property, protected by the same rules that cover the royal cipher. If someone uses it without permission, it could water down the brand and let others make money off the royal name. The money at stake is pretty significant. A Financial Times analysis says the Sussexes' commercial ventures, books, streaming deals, and branded products have made around $30 million. Source: Financial Times 2024. $30 million might not seem like a lot compared to the crown's overall wealth, but it raises a big question. Who decides how much of that money belongs to the public-funded institution versus the private individuals? The FT piece points out that the numbers are pretty murky, which fuels accusations of entitlement. All of this happened during a big symbolic event, the Queen's 100th birthday celebration. The New York Times noted that critics saw the couple's appearance as a way to get media attention. Source: New York Times 2024. When a royal family member turns a historic tribute into a publicity platform, the line between duty and personal brand gets blurry. Observers argue that this not only undermines the occasion but also shows a bigger shift. The monarchy's protocol is being seen through a commercial lens. Let's break down the three main accusations, each with documented evidence. 1. Reputation on the line. The palace's reputation is built on being a selfless institution above market forces. When the Sussexes' commercial moves are seen as exploiting the royal name, it threatens that perception. The Guardian's Bauer interview frames the breach as a betrayal of trust, saying the couple's actions could erode public confidence in the monarchy's impartiality. 2. Private deals hijacking the brand. The BBC's coverage of the kids' merchandise shows a clear example of private profit intersecting with royal titles. By putting Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan on consumer goods, the Sussexes turned a protected honorific into a marketable trademark, which the palace sees as a breach of protocol. 3. Sidestepping centuries-old protocols. Both the Reuters legal dispute and the NYT commentary show how the Sussexes are navigating or circumventing established rules. Using the late Queen's pet name without permission not only flirts with trademark violation, but also shows a willingness to reinterpret the monarchy's unwritten code for personal gain. Each of these points converges on one thing: the royal family's image is being reshaped from within, and the mechanisms that safeguarded that image are being tested. So why should a global audience care? The British monarchy, despite its ceremonial role, is a soft power asset that influences diplomacy, tourism, and cultural identity. Any crack in its brand can ripple through economies and political narratives worldwide. Consider the tourism angle. In 2019, royal-related travel made an estimated £1.6 billion for the UK economy. If the Crown's reputation takes a hit, those numbers could shrink, affecting jobs beyond the palace. While we don't have exact figures, the connection between royal goodwill and economic benefit is well documented. The stakes extend into the legal realm too. Trademark law as applied to royal symbols is a niche but powerful tool. If the Sussexes successfully claim ownership over a nickname or title, it could set a precedent for other family members or even unrelated parties to monetize royal identifiers. That prospect worries legal scholars and royal officials alike. In court, the argument hinges on whether the Queen's pet name qualifies as a protected mark. Reuters points out that the dispute is about intellectual property rights, not just personal sentiment. A ruling in favor of the couple could rewrite the handbook for future royal branding strategies. Meanwhile, the financial opacity surrounding the Sussexes' earnings fuels speculation. The FT's $30 million estimate is just a snapshot. The real figure could be higher when you factor in undisclosed licensing deals, private investments, and partnership royalties. The lack of clarity fuels the narrative that the couple is operating in a gray zone between public duty and private enrichment. Public reaction is pretty split. Polls from the past year show that a significant portion of Britons see the Sussexes as modernizers, while a comparable share sees them as opportunists undermining tradition. The divide underscores a deeper cultural tension: how much commercial freedom should a royal figure have? As we dive deeper into this documentary, we'll hear from former palace insiders, trademark experts, and financial analysts who will break down each layer. You'll see the actual contracts, branding guidelines, and legal filings that paint a clearer picture of what's at stake. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the Sussexes' business moves are more than just celebrity gossip. They're a flashpoint in a centuries-old institution grappling with the realities of a profit-driven world. Stay with us as we pull back the curtain on the hidden deals, contested trademarks, and protocol breaches that could reshape the monarchy forever. So you know how the Sussexes, Harry and Meghan, have been at the center of a controversy surrounding their use of the royal brand in their commercial ventures. Well, according to an exposé by Tom Bower, the couple allegedly reneged on a 2019 agreement with the royal household to limit the use of the royal brand source. And honestly, this move has sparked a ton of criticism and raised questions about the couple's entitlement and transparency. It's pretty interesting to see how this all plays out. The royal family has played a significant role in the controversy, with the palace maintaining that the Sussexes have breached protocol on several occasions. For instance, the BBC reported that the couple faced criticism for launching a line of merchandise featuring the titles of their children, which the palace says is a breach of protocol source. I mean, this has led to a wider debate about the use of royal titles and the commercialization of the monarchy. It's a pretty complex issue. The potential consequences of the Sussexes' actions are far-reaching and have significant implications for the royal family and the monarchy as a whole. A legal dispute, as detailed by Reuters, has accused the Duke and Duchess of using the late Queen's pet name without authorization, potentially infringing trademark rights source. This has raised concerns about the couple's respect for the monarchy and its traditions. It's not looking great for them, to be honest. The Financial Times has analyzed the Sussexes' commercial activities, estimating that they have generated an estimated $30 million in revenue source. And you know, this has led to questions about the couple's financial dealings and their use of the royal brand to promote their commercial ventures. The New York Times has also noted that the couple's appearance at the Queen's 100th birthday event was framed by critics as an attempt to gain media attention. Source: it's like, what's really going on here? The controversy surrounding the Sussexes' use of the royal brand has sparked a wider debate about the role of the monarchy in modern society. The couple's actions have been seen by some as a betrayal of the royal family and the monarchy, while others have defended their right to pursue commercial ventures and build their own brand. As the debate continues, it's clear that the consequences of the Sussexes' actions will be felt for years to come. It's a pretty big deal. The evidence suggests that the Sussexes have indeed used the royal brand in their commercial ventures, despite the alleged agreement to limit its use. This has led to criticism and controversy, with many questioning the couple's respect for the monarchy and its traditions. The role of the royal family in the controversy has been significant, with the palace maintaining that the Sussexes have breached protocol on several occasions. I mean, it's not like they're trying to be sneaky or anything, but it's just not looking good. As the controversy continues to unfold, it's clear that the Sussexes' actions have significant implications for the royal family and the monarchy as a whole. The potential consequences of their actions are far-reaching, and it remains to be seen how the situation will be resolved. One thing is certain, however: the debate surrounding the Sussexes' use of the royal brand will continue to be a major topic of discussion in the months and years to come. It's gonna be a long conversation. The situation is complex, with many different factors at play. The Sussexes' use of the royal brand has sparked a wider debate about the role of the monarchy in modern society, and the consequences of their actions will be felt for years to come. As the controversy continues to unfold, it's clear that the situation will require careful consideration and negotiation to resolve. It's not gonna be easy. In conclusion, the evidence suggests that the Sussexes have indeed used the royal brand in their commercial ventures, despite the alleged agreement to limit its use. The controversy surrounding their actions has sparked a wider debate about the role of the monarchy in modern society, and the consequences of their actions will be felt for years to come. The situation is complex, and it remains to be seen how it will be resolved. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Harry and Meghan's once picture-perfect story has hit a sharp twist, and now the pair is weathering a fierce wave of criticism over how they've managed the royal brand. Investigative reporter Tom Bower claims in his latest book that the Sussexes backed out of a 2019 pact with the palace that was supposed to curb the use of the royal label in any of their business deals. Source. That breach has left many folks labeling the duo as modern-day grifters, more interested in lining their own pockets than preserving the royal family's integrity. The blow to the monarchy's reputation and its long-standing legacy is anything but minor. According to the BBC, the Sussexes drew fire for rolling out a merchandise line that flaunted their kids' titles, a move the palace says flouts protocol. Source. That episode has sparked doubts about how well the pair actually grasps, let alone respects, the age-old customs and rules that guide the royals. The crown standing rests on dignity, duty, and service, and many see the Sussexes' recent moves as chipping away at those very pillars. What worries observers even more are the possible long-term ripples for the monarchy. Reuters outlines a legal showdown that accuses the Duke and Duchess of borrowing the late Queen's pet nickname without permission, a step that could breach trademark law. Source. That clash has ignited a broader conversation about turning the royal brand into a commercial venture and the pressing call for more transparency and accountability. A Financial Times piece points out that the Sussexes' business pursuits have pulled in roughly $30 million, prompting fresh questions about entitlement and how open they are about the money source. Critics, citing the New York Times, say the duo's turn at the Queen's 100th birthday celebration looked like a calculated bid to win back public goodwill. Source. Still, many view that maneuver as opportunistic, not a heartfelt effort to set things right. Public opinion on Harry and Meghan has taken a turn, with a growing crowd branding them as calculating and self-serving. Remember, the Crown's image isn't just about a few faces. It reflects the whole institution, and the Sussexes' choices have cast a wide net of scrutiny over the entire family. As the Sussexes saga keeps unspooling, we're left waiting to see how the monarchy will tackle the hurdles their business moves present. One thing's crystal clear. The Crown's reputation and legacy hang in the balance, and Harry and Meghan's actions could ripple far beyond their own circles. Seeing the pair as modern-day grifters carries weighty implications for the monarchy, and it now falls on the royal family to confront those worries and win back public trust. You know, the recent controversy over the Sussexes' commercial choices has really reignited a debate about how the royal brand should be stewarded. It's like, what's the right way to handle this? Tom Bower's investigation reveals that Harry and Meghan broke a 2019 agreement that limited the use of the royal name in private ventures. Source. The Guardian, which is pretty significant. And let's not forget that breach coupled with a merchandise line bearing their children's titles, something the palace declared a protocol breach. Source. BBC. It all signals a shift from deference to self-interest, you know. When the couple launched products that echo the Crown's symbols, the public sees more than just a marketing move. They see a potential erosion of the monarchy's credibility, which is a big deal. Reuters later reported a legal dispute over the late Queen's pet name, a trademark that the palace says was used without permission. Source. Reuters, and that raises some questions. I mean, who holds the authority to protect a name that belongs to an institution, not an individual? It's a pretty fundamental question, right? Financial analysts add another layer to this conversation, noting that the Sussexes' ventures have generated roughly $30 million in revenue. Source. Financial Times, which is a lot of money. That figure, while impressive, fuels concerns about entitlement and the transparency of royal finances. It's like, where's the money going? When revenue streams are hidden behind private contracts, the public's ability to hold the institution accountable weakens, and that's not good. Even the couple's appearance at the Queen's centennial birthday, an event the New York Times says critics framed as an attempt to leverage the celebration. Source. New York Times, it all contributes to the concern. If the monarchy's image is leveraged for personal gain, the line between public service and private profit blurs, threatening the very reputation that sustains the Crown's relevance, which is a pretty big risk. In a system built on tradition, accountability is not optional. It's a safeguard. You can't just opt out of it. The royal family's continued legitimacy depends on clear, enforceable guidelines that balance heritage with modern commercial realities, and that's just common sense. As viewers, we must demand that these guidelines be publicly disclosed and rigorously enforced. It's our right to know what's going on. So stay informed, question the narratives, and keep the conversation alive. It's up to us to make sure the monarchy remains transparent. By tracking official statements, legal filings, and independent reporting, you help ensure that the monarchy remains a transparent, accountable institution, not a brand that can be repurposed at will, which would be a shame.